warm, fluffy, fresh-baked bread, 100% keto and more delicious than any store-bought bread. I'm giving away free copies of my new keto cookbook. Enjoy this keto bread plus 100 plus other delicious keto recipes. Hi there. The bread you see above is the most savory, delicious bread you can imagine. The crust is crispy, the inside is light and fluffy, and it's 100% keto. Every rich, buttery bite will make you completely forget that you're on a diet. Your kids will beg, please just one more slice. And your coworkers will be shocked when you reveal that the bread in your sandwich is actually healthy, not just bread. How about delicious keto cookies and lasagna? These foods are the most delicious comfort foods you can eat. Every bite of lasagna is fueling your body with vitamins, minerals, and fats. These are the foods that you thought you'd have to give up forever. Plus, every delicious ginger spice cookie is 100% free from inflammatory ingredients. And they're sweet enough to satisfy any sugar craving. The best part, of course, is that these foods contain almost no carbs or sugars. And these cookies taste so good, you'll never be tempted to cheat with non-keto foods. Most importantly, these keto recipes are full of flavorful spices and have been tested in my own kitchen. Fresh baked keto bread that is more delicious than regular bread. Most healthy bread tastes absolutely awful. The ones you buy at the store are usually dry and crumbly, not like real bread at all. My keto bread is fluffy and light and it doesn't fall apart. It tastes like real bread and it chews like real bread. And the aroma when it comes out of the oven is divine. Plus, my lasagna oozes with flavor and spices: basil, parsley, fennel, oregano, thyme, garlic, fresh tomatoes, 2 types of meat. So delicious. And that's not all. My new cookbook is packed with mouth-watering keto recipes. I personally developed every recipe to promising you they're absolutely delicious and easy to make. Here's why my Essential Keto Cookbook is 100% free today. I just updated my cookbook. I haven't even released this version on Amazon yet. It has new recipes, new images, and complete nutritional information and carb count for every single recipe. I'm really proud of how this cookbook turned out, so I'm giving away a limited number of copies to people like you. People who appreciate good keto recipes and want to eat delicious food and lose weight. All I ask is this: if you like the recipes, please tell someone about the book. A friend, a coworker, or maybe your neighbor or sister. That helps me, but it also helps them eat amazing food and feel great. Your friends and family will even thank you for showing them delicious recipes. This way, we can expose more people to the incredible benefits of eating delicious keto food. My most requested recipes. After spending months in the kitchen, I decided to include over 100 of my best keto recipes in the Essential Keto Cookbook. Here are a few of the most popular recipes from the 50,000 plus people who bought the original version. Crowd-pleasing keto finger foods: popcorn, shrimp, chicken nuggets, rub ribs, fiery buffalo wings, curry garlic, crispy chicken drumsticks, mini burgers, crunchy, salty, and savory keto snacks: lemon fried avocados, salted pretzel bites, savory Italian crackers, keto superfoods, trail mix, crunchy kale chips, mouth-watering, sweet keto treats, spiced chocolate covered pecans, chocolate coffee, coconut truffles, biscuit, cucumber lime gummies, chocolate chia pudding, peppermint patties, Asian-inspired keto favorites: mushu, pork, chicken pad see ew thai, lemongrass, shrimp soup, zucchini beef pho, Chinese meatball soup, keto favorites, Mexican tacos, guacamole burgers, spaghetti bolognese, coconut chicken curry, bacon wrapped chicken bites. The silly reason I first started keto. Hi, I'm Louise, founder of the Keto Summit and author of the Essential Keto Cookbook. I joke with my friends about the reason I got into keto. It's because I just loved food too much. It sounds silly, but it's true. And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop eating foods that I knew were bad for me. About 7 years ago, my husband Jeremy and I both had several health issues: weight gain, fatigue, candida, and more. We knew that our diet was a big reason we were feeling bad. But we found it so hard to give up all the foods we loved. Louise Hendon. And then one day, Jeremy told me about keto. He thought keto might finally help him lose weight and also help me heal some of my gut issues. I was skeptical. Cutting out all of my favorite foods seemed like a huge price to pay. In fact, keto sounded weird to me, but I needed to try something. At first, I couldn't understand how it made sense to cut out health issues like bloating, heartburn, and IBS. I was worried that keto was going to make my problems worse. Most worryingly, I loved eating flavorful foods loaded with spices, sugars, and even salt. And I hated eating bland foods. I was convinced that a keto diet meant I had to eat one boring meal after another. But Jeremy convinced me to try it anyway. He assured me that we could still eat flavorful meals full of healthy fats and spices. He also explained that cutting out sugars and carbs would probably help me feel less tired all the time. that really hit home for me. So I decided to give it a try. Eating delicious keto foods changed so much for me. On the first day I went keto, I woke up and ate bacon and eggs for breakfast. Lunch was a fresh salad topped with slices of warm chicken, and dinner was a delicious ribeye. Those first few days were easy. I like bacon, salads, and steak, and I was feeling good. And the morning of my fourth day, I was very surprised. I woke up and felt rested. And that was weird for me. I used to wake up and feel like I needed another 3 hours of sleep. Also, I didn't feel hungry at all. As a habit, I ate breakfast that day, but I didn't really need it. I hadn't expected any of this. Jeremy was also enjoying the food. By the end of the week, he could tighten his belt by one notch. And both of us could eat these delicious foods and then go all day without being hungry or needing to snack. I stopped craving sugar, but I sometimes missed my old foods. It's only my experience, but before I went keto, I felt constantly bloated and had frequent heartburn. My doctors told me I had IBS, but there wasn't much they could do about it. Plus, I used to get intense sugar cravings. I would eat candy, cookies, cake, anything sweet that I could get my hands on. I hoped that changing my diet and lifestyle would help me feel better. And it did. Once I cut out sugar and other processed foods, my stomach started settling down. I got less bloated and stopped having heartburn. Then, and this was the best part for me, I started feeling like I'd regained the energy and vitality of my youth. Perhaps best of all, I stopped craving sugar all the time. That didn't mean that I completely forgot about all the foods I used to love. So, I created keto versions of all my favorite snacks, desserts, and comfort foods. I love most of the foods I eat on a keto diet: steaks, salads, and even bacon. But I kept being forced to eat the same foods over and over again. That got really boring. So I searched around for new and interesting keto recipes. I bought books at the store, and I searched all over Google. Pretty much every recipe I tried was disappointing. Most of the recipes were frankly so bad that I could barely eat them. Even when I found a great recipe, it usually meant that I needed to spend hours in the kitchen or go hunting for random ingredients that my local grocery store didn't have. I didn't have the time or energy to keep searching for easy keto recipes that also tasted great. Plus, 99% of the keto recipes I found weren't even healthy. Most keto recipes use a bunch of inflammatory ingredients. Almost all the keto recipes I found weren't healthy at all. They were technical keto, but they had tons of bad ingredients. For example, many keto recipes are cooked in seed oils. They call for vegetable oil or sunflower oil, or some other highly processed oil and full of bad fats. No thank you. Those recipes also usually use chemical sweeteners like sucralose or aspartame. For me and my family, I want to avoid those as much as possible. Finally, nearly every keto recipe I found was loaded with cheese and another processed dairy. So I realized that, if I kept eating a keto diet and feeling great, I needed to take matters into my own hands. I needed to come up with my own recipes, and I needed to get creative. Salty, crunchy, 100% keto snacks that taste like the real thing. Keto foods can be absolutely delicious. However, your snack selection can often feel very limited. In particular, keto snacks rarely have that crunch of non-keto junk foods like chips, popcorn, or crackers. Sure, you can eat celery or raw veggies, but every day it's important